Take a second and really think about your last paycheck. Are you absolutely certain, like 100% sure, that every single minute you worked is actually reflected on that little slip of paper? Your hard-earned money is on the line here. So today, we're diving straight into the facts about your legal rights when it comes to California unpaid wages. Let's just address the hard question right off the bat. Is your employer wrongfully withholding your wages? Look, it's an incredibly frustrating reality for way too many workers out there. You put in the long hours, you sacrifice your free time, but then payday rolls around and the math just doesn't add up. If you're feeling shortchanged, trust me, you are absolutely not alone. And honestly, this is exactly why consulting an unpaid wages attorney can be the smartest first step you take to finally level the playing field. Section 1. Spotting unpaid wage situations. So have you ever been asked to just work through your lunch break because things were too busy? Or maybe your boss told you to go ahead and clock out, but hey, could you just keep answering a few emails or finish sweeping up? That right there is a clear missed meal and rest break violation. What about unpaid overtime? Say you grind through a 10-hour shift but only get your regular rate instead of time and a half. It happens all the time. Or maybe your employer makes these unlawful little deductions from your paycheck for things like a uniform or a tool you accidentally broke. These are classic situational events where the law actually steps in to protect you. If any of this sounds like your typical Tuesday, that's a massive red flag that you might need a California unpaid overtime attorney to step in and review those pay stubs. It really comes down to a simple comparison: what you earned versus what you were actually paid. Imagine you put in 45 hours of hard work this week. You earned 40 hours of regular pay plus 5 hours of premium overtime pay. But your paycheck, it just flat out says 40 hours. That invisible gap between those two numbers, that is literally your employer quietly pocketing your labor. When you look at the math, the concept of wage theft becomes completely undeniable. Section 2. Who do these laws protect? Whether you're an hourly worker, a salaried employee, a tipped employee, temporary, seasonal, or even an undocumented worker, these robust protections apply to you. No exceptions. Now, what's really interesting is the whole independent contractor situation. Sometimes employers will misclassify workers as independent contractors just to sneak out of paying benefits and overtime. If you suspect this is happening to you, say on a public works project, a prevailing wage dispute lawyer can help determine your true legal status. The bottom line here is simple. Regardless of whatever label your boss slaps on you, the law demands you get paid fairly for your labor. Section 3. Steps to protect yourself. Step 1. Document everything. I mean, everything. Keep your own detailed records of all the hours you work, every single break you take, and any overtime. Save those emails, screenshot those text messages from your boss, and hoard your pay stubs. Documentation is the absolute foundation of your case. Step 2. Consult an attorney early on. Reaching out to a California unpaid wages lawyer is pivotal here. They know the legal landscape inside and out, so you don't have to, and they can properly evaluate your evidence. And Step 3. File a complaint. Depending on your specific situation, your lawyer will guide you on whether to file a claim with the state labor board or initiate a full lawsuit. Okay, I know exactly what you might be thinking right now. If I speak up, they're just going to fire me. Under retaliation protections, California law explicitly prohibits employers from firing, demoting, or punishing employees who assert their right to fair wages. It's illegal. You have absolute legal grounds to fight back if your employer tries to punish you for demanding what you are rightfully owed. The law has your back on this. Section 4. What can you recover? Let's translate some of this heavy legal jargon into plain English. Obviously, you can recover your unpaid, regular, and overtime wages. But beyond that, break penalties means you actually get additional pay for those required meal and rest breaks you're forced to skip. Then we have liquidated damages. In plain language, this means you can potentially receive double the unpaid wages you're owed, acting as a penalty to the employer. Double. You can also recover interest on that unpaid money, and, this is a big one, your employer may have to cover your attorney's fees. This is exactly why having a skilled lawyer for unpaid wages is so incredibly valuable. The law is literally structured to make you financially whole again without bankrupting you in the process. Section 5. How Bibiyan Law Group helps. Just let this massive number sink in for a second. $5.5 million. That was a class action settlement secured by Bibiyan Law Group for unpaid wages against a government services contractor. When we talk about having years of real expertise and actually holding powerful employers accountable, this is the sheer scale of what that looks like in practice. And that wasn't just a lucky one-off. Here's another one. $4.5 million. This was another massive wage and hour class action victory, this time against a cleaning company. These kinds of multi-million-dollar results firmly cement them as a premier lawyer for unpaid wages, proving a consistent history of securing millions for everyday employees year after year. But, beyond those massive numbers, it's really about the individuals they help. Take Fiorella A., for example, who said, "In a matter of 7 months, they were able to settle my case. I was turned down by a few other law firms, but this law firm took me seriously and won." I think that perfectly captures their dedication as a top unpaid wages attorney. They listen, they actually take your case seriously, and they deliver real results when others won't even give it a try. Crucially, they completely remove the financial friction for you. They work on a contingency fee basis, meaning there are absolutely no out-of-pocket fees unless you win. This is a fundamental promise. Seeking justice shouldn't cost you a single dime upfront. You literally don't have to worry about exorbitant hourly attorney rates draining your bank account while you're already fighting for your missing pay. They only get paid if they win your case or recover compensation for you. So I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to claim the wages you rightfully earned before time runs out? There are strict statutes of limitations, meaning tight time limits on filing these claims in California. Don't let the clock run out on your hard-earned money. If anything we've talked about today sounds even a little bit familiar, reach out to Bibiyan Law Group for a free consultation. Keep your records straight, know your worth, and absolutely never let anyone shortchange your hard work.